Hey, so the last video I did was on Suicide Squad, and I'm doing this pretty much right after. I want to pitch the Batman next Batman standalone movie. Um, it's going to be really really simple, but really complicated at the same time. I want to pitch Under the Red Hood. This makes sense. If you watch Suicide Squad and everything that happened in Batman versus Superman, and everything it's going to happen in Justice League, and everything that happened in Suicide Squad, this makes sense as the logical story because we got a mention of the death of Jason Todd in Suicide Squad. We saw the outfit that Jason Todd was killed in Batman versus Superman. They are, if they are haven't already chose this as their movie, why not? I think the second Batman versus Superman movie should be either Hush or Court of Owls, but this as the first standalone movie makes sense. For those who don't know what Under the Red Hood is, basically I'm going to spoil the hell out of it right now. And if you want to go rent the animated version, please do, because if you watch that and think about what that would be like as the Batman feature film, it would work. Basically, in Death of the Family, Joker kills Jason Todd. In this version, Harley Quinn was there. Okay, great. So we have a timeline set up because when Harley had to have been fully realized after the Ace Chemical scene, specifically the scenes they bring up the scenes of her in her full outfit. Um, that time period is when Death of the Family would have happened. So you can have flashbacks to that. Now, in Under the Red Hood, what we also established is that the Red Hood, or the Red Hood gang, again, this goes back to the history of the Joker. The Joker, in his earliest carnation, was in some versions and blah blah blah, was especially in Killing Joke, was uh, turned into Joker because he was wearing the Red Hood as the patsy for the Red Hood gang. This makes perfect sense. You can show the origin of the Joker. You can show the death of Jason Todd. You can show all of these things set up. And then we have what happens in this movie. Okay. So what happens is all of a sudden there's this new bad guy in town. He's not really a bad guy. He's kind of a pseudo bad guy. He's killing people, but he's also taking control of the gangs. This is all in an effort to get to the Joker. Batman is there to try to figure out what's going on. Jason Todd wasn't dead. He was brought back to life. You can also introduce the Lazarus Pit. Use that as the way that he was brought back, which would then set up for yet more stories down the line with Ra's al Ghul. And actually, they might do Ra's al Ghul right this time, because last time it sucked. It just sucked. Yeah, it sucked. It's horrible. But you could actually make a legitimate reason why Jason Todd was brought back via the Lazarus Pit. Okay, and that he was then he was then trained by the League of Assassins on top of the training he had from Batman. he comes back to Gotham under the guise of Red Hood. Batman has to try to do detective work. Who He's not just a Dark Knight, he's on Sherlock Holmes level of being a detective. Okay, this is one of my problems with the end of the scene, the end mid credit scene of Suicide Squad. Why would Batman need this? Why would he need the files? Because he is the world's greatest detective. He could have figured this out himself. Okay, especially because he had Lex Luthor's files. But anyways, the entire story evolves around having Batman have to confront the Red Hood, who then he finds out later in the film is a reborn Jason Todd. Now, if you're not heavy into the storyline, you would not realize who Red Hood is, and keeping that away from the public, I think, is vital. Okay, because yes, you're going to have to, people are going to go research and go, oh my God, Red Todd is, Red Hood is Jason Todd. Okay, moving forward, we get this big climax of Red Hood trying to kill the Joker and Batman trying to save the Joker's life from Red Hood. Wow, would that be amazing? Wow, would that be cool? This is the movie that, if all of this setup that has been done in Batman vs Superman and Suicide Squad, these two alone have set everything in motion for Under the Red Hood. Now, they have not announced anywhere close to announcing what story they're going to be doing, or if they're going to do a whole new story. But the bottom line is, you don't do that much setup without going for it. It would be a disappointment if they save that for the second or the third film. Because when this all happens and Jason Todd is revealed to be alive, Jason Todd, Red Hood, becomes an ally of Batman in the future. We also kind of got a quick bit about Dick Grayson in Suicide Squad. They haven't confirmed, but they use the term GQ, so G could stand for Grayson. This is all speculation at this point, but it would make perfect sense that he was actually sent in by Batman to monitor what was happening with Amanda Waller and the Suicide Squad, Task Force X. With the escape of Harlequin in Suicide Squad, this then sets up for that perfect scenario where Joker and Harlequin are back on the loose, because this Joker's not he's just a criminal. More than anything else, he's just a high-end mobster who's very insane. I think that works beautifully. And when Red Hood comes in and starts breaking into his territory, he's going to go after Red Hood, which is exactly what Red Hood wants, and Batman has to get involved. All of these stories coming together would be an amazing climax to the movie. So, like I said, I think Under the Red Hood is a story they should go with. That's just my opinion. This is going to be the first in my pitching movie series. So, let's have fun with it. Tell me I'm right, tell me I'm wrong, tell me I'm an idiot, whatever. Comment below. Subscribe if you like what I do. That's it for now.